Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Arhana. You know, I've always wanted to go to Paris. I mean, ever since I can remember, I was like 5 years old, and I just would imagine myself in Paris in the Eiffel Tower. That was all I knew. And so many things have happened in my life that have just got in the way. And when I really think about that at this moment, I allowed it to get in the way. If I would have denied access to a lot of different things in my life, I would have probably been in Paris like 20 years ago. And now that I think about that, I've realized that none of those excuses are worth it. Why? Because a month ago, I was told that I had a rare cancer that was very complicated to treat. And so now we're here. So in 2013, I am in the doctor's office, and at that point, I'm in so much pain that I'm just looking for a resolution. So I'm thinking that after cancer, that's it. You're cancer free, you're good. No, that you're not good. It's so many other things that sometimes end up coming about. So after cancer, then it was adenomyosis, endometriosis, cysts, tumors, and so whatever the doctor was going to say that was a result for this, I was willing to do it. So he said a hysterectomy. So I was like, let's do it. Let's just do it. I'm not having any more kids. Thinking back to that, if I wouldn't have made that choice, that pain that I was dealing with then was nothing compared to what would then happen after the hysterectomy. What's really interesting when I think about it is my intuition was telling me not to have the hysterectomy. So at that point, 2014 now, I finally meet a specialist. He said, you have pudendal neuralgia. What is that? So basically what ended up happening, they nicked my nerve when I had the hysterectomy. The thing is with pudendal neuralgia, 20 to I think 100,000 people have it in the United States. So it's pretty rare. It is now 2025 and I'm still going through the pudendal neuralgia. Has it gotten better in some ways? Yes. So I went to the doctor because the symptoms that I had kind of almost mirrored a really bad bladder infection. I go and he immediately says, I'm going to need to do a biopsy of 3 different spots. I could just tell by the look on his face, it was a different look. Like it was like he saw something different. That next week, I was in surgery. And I go in the office, I sat down, I started to get real hot, felt like I was gonna faint. And he says, well, you have a rare skin cancer. Cancer was now present again. Intuition. I knew, and I thought, wow, I've been here before. I'm so tired of being told that I have something rare. And I just felt scared. I felt angry and I felt mad at myself that I didn't do the things that I really wanted to do. So now that I know what the diagnosis is, I went in there with what's the plan? He says the treatment is about 8 weeks long and it will probably take about 6 months for you to heal from that, sometimes even a year. But we got to think about what's going to be the best case scenario for your case. So now we wait again. So going through this has been really difficult, definitely personally, but it's even been more difficult professionally. In this industry, we're helping people. We feel like, well, how can I help people if then people know that I'm sick and that I need help? It's almost like we feel like we lose credibility to say, I need help, I'm in trouble. I hate saying no, but you know what I realized? Saying no says a whole lot of yeses to me. And I would say the last thing that was so hard professionally, I always want to present well. The inflammation, the swelling, the adult acne that I never even had in puberty, the mood changes, the hot flashes, the gaining of weight, and how people view me. Okay, they view me this way with your outer appearance. And then having cancer is like, oh, now they're gonna view me as the sick lady, right? And then I just had to get it together. It is what it is. If people don't think enough of the truth, access denied. So I was going to Utah to actually write another book. Now I had just put out the Self Vows Littles, Self Vows for Teens, and with all of this going on, I had to literally just decline a lot of different things that I had to promote these two books. So why would I be going to write another book? I would say that out of all the books that I have written, there's been two that were more spiritually driven. And when that happens to me, it's like it pours out. It literally is so heavy on me, I have to write. Access denied is denying access to people in your life that may not need to be in that area of your life, or maybe they don't need to be in your life at all. Now, some people you may deny access to in your emotions or in your spiritual life, but maybe intellectually access granted, because that's the connection, that's where you align. And I realized that so many areas of my life, I needed to deny access to people, to things. I even needed to deny access to myself. And what I mean by that is there were certain parts of myself, it didn't serve me anymore. Now, if you don't deny access in the areas that you need to deny access, or the people that you need to deny access, guess what? You will not be aligned with access granted. The things that really need to be in your life, because you are weighed down by so many things that you have given access to that you actually needed to deny that access. In doing that, that's when you get to the peace. That's when you get to the happiness. That's when you get to authenticity. I even did a chapter on chronic illness and how that connects with boundaries. If I had not written that book, if I had not began to do my vision board of access denied and access granted and really breaking down who needed to be where, once I was able to really do that, cancer. It's like I was getting everything together and now cancer. But what I really realized, I was preparing for how I was going to now take this next journey. Here's what I knew I needed to do. I knew I needed to take some time to work out in what areas did I need to deny access. So that's what I've been doing. But the other side of that is the access granted. So once you deny the access in those areas, the doors will open that would never have opened unless you do your work to deny the access and you're healthy. So with that being said, I have a journey and I don't really feel like fighting. But you guys all know me, that I'm gonna fight. But in the meantime, I'm going to Paris, okay? I'm going to Paris, I'm going to London, I'm going to Italy. And what really keeps me going is seeing myself in front of that Eiffel Tower, seeing myself on that gondola. And guess what? Guess who I get to do it with? The woman that gave birth to me, my mother. So I'm going to Paris, y'all. I will also be the keynote speaker, delivering my very timely message, access denied, access granted, to people all over the world. And stay tuned, because this is not the end, but it's the beginning to several chapters. No matter how I feel, it's going to be me and you.
Me and you.
Me and you.
Me and you.
There comes a time in your life where you have to ask for help. So I needed to give a small group of people access to my health journey.
I started doing like different research on different holistic things that she can do to possibly help with her condition. We got like the black seed oil, apricot seeds, and the soursop leaves, and just different things to alleviate the issues that she was having. I just know that Michelle got this.
I just want to say that, Michelle, you're a warrior. That's the one thing she is a warrior. And she's fought this once, and I know it wasn't easy. So however you need me to be there, spa days, jazz days, coffee, tea, adult beverages, conversations, being in pajamas and comfortable socks, I'm here for all of it.
I first met Dr. Michelle while shooting content for her business, but since then she's become a dear friend of mine, and I consider her a strong female mentor in my life. I look up to the strength that she has pulled from to care for others while she's struggling privately. She leads with kindness no matter what she is personally going through, and I think that means a lot in this world.
One thing I know about her, she's extremely strong to push through anything. I'm excited to see her on the other side of this. I love you, Dr. Michelle.
So last year, Kyler wrote me an open letter. A month later, I would find out that I was diagnosed with a rare cancer. She doesn't know this, but I've listened to your open letter to me over and over again. I played it at night when I am the most scared, and your words have helped me. So I thank you so much for that open letter. Thank you, and I love you.
Love you too.
I want to thank Jen for all of the research she has done on holistic things for me and dropping them by my house. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much, Carrie, for fasting and praying and always asking me, did I need something else so that I wouldn't have to ask. Thank you so much to my bestie. Even though we were going through health journeys at the same time, I always felt your love and your inspiration. Thank you so much to my daughter that wrote me such a beautiful letter of healing, and I so appreciate that. Thank you to my little baby Amari for all those hugs and all of the kisses. Thank you to a good friend of mine that's always been a prayer warrior and really knows how to give me those pep talks. So thank you so much. Thank you to Sakina and Eric for the flowers and all the prayers. I appreciate it. Thank you to Ashley for the videography and the photography and making such a sensitive subject feel safe. Thank you. Thank you for all of you that have called and text that I just could not get back with you in that moment, but I knew you were praying. And thank you to everyone that is watching this video. A special thanks to my mom, to my mommy, to my mother, to my bestest of friends. Thank you, Mom, so much for cooking for me, for helping me walk, for getting me up in and out of the bed, for taking me to all of my doctor's appointments, for holding my hand in very painful procedures, for listening, for love. Thank you so much, Mom. I love you. And last of all, but not least, I'd like to thank myself, Dr. Michelle R. Hanna, Mimi, Shell, Michelle. I'd like to thank you. I know this is tough right now, but we're going to do this and we're going to get through this. And boy, is there going to be a story to tell.